For many years, classrooms have been under the criteria that the teacher teaches and the student listens. Teachers depicted students as being an empty vessel that is waiting to obtain the information that they were to teach. This is the traditional method of teaching. This method of teaching is one-way street. Teacher speaks, student listens. This could be seen as good because all students are being taught the same thing at once. Though students can learn by themselves the more traditional method, they can also learn by collaborating. Collaborating allows different learning mechanisms to arise rather than working and learning alone. Dillenberg states, the words collaborative learning describes a situation in which particular forms of interaction among people are expected to occur which would trigger learning mechanisms. The learning mechanism that derives from collaborative learning is social cognition. A highly known psychologist, Lev Vygotsky, is known for his studies into social cognition. His studies go into depth that students learn best when they have social interaction with other students. The teacher works more as a coach and guides the students' learning by giving them work that is at their level. This is called scaffolding. The zone of proximal development is based off of scaffolding. Vygotsky states, psychologists have shown that a person can imitate only which is within their developmental level. The zone of proximal development is the range between a student's actual age learning levels to the highest age learning level that they can reach. When teachers use collaborative learning methods of teaching, it can greatly help students' learning because students can learn from one another. In a study done by Professor Galake, in order to see the effectiveness of individual learning versus collaborative learning in enhancing drill and practice skills and critical thinking skills, the students were placed into two groups, the individual learning group and collaborative learning group. In the individual learning group, the students had a task explained to them and had a time limit of 30 minutes to complete it themselves. In the collaborative learning group, students were encouraged to ask the question why in order to solve the task. The end result of the experiment was that students who participated collaboratively received higher test results compared to the students who worked by themselves. Many students also agreed that collaborative learning method was much more helpful than working alone in a survey done at the end of the study. A similar concept to collaborative learning is cooperative learning. Cooperative learning is when students have a teamwork mentality. The Oregon Technology and Education Council states that all students accept the same responsibility and work together, taking all the credit and blame with one another when they have the teamwork mentality. When students are able to be influenced by and or use collaborative learning practices, it enforces cooperative learning. Though there are many pros and cons to collaborative learning, it may not be perfect for other students. But as the years have gone by, it has shown more effective method of teaching compared to the traditional method of teaching. For more information, visit the blogs Traditional Teaching versus Modern Teaching Methods by